Jeremy, can you describe just kind of where your headspace is at right now, man? I mean, I think about last time you were here and, very emotional week and all that, and then it all falls apart. So where do you stand right now?
Shit, I'm jamming, bro. Straight jamming right now. I'm ready to rock and roll. It's fight week. I don't have to cut 1,000,000 pounds to go and fight. I'm excited, man. It's good to be back here and hear your voice and just be here in presence of fighting.
That's awesome, man, to hear the positivity. I can't imagine you were that way right away, right? I mean, I know you want to get out there and fight. So, I mean, how difficult was that to not, get that opportunity?
What do you do, man? What do you do? You do a lot of work. I was closing on a lot of tabs, last time we had talked, and just in a really good head place and space, and the opportunity didn't come. And I realized, everything happens for a reason. Take the positive out of it, just like I go about my life, and here we are facing, I feel like, a more game opponent, a little bit more dangerous of opponent, a guy who can mix it up a lot better than Jafar. So I'm excited.
Nice. Any regrets? I mean, I know you're going to be you. You're the little heathen for a reason, but I mean, any regrets in that shove?
My you saw my interview and you heard his interview. He kind of sounded a little bit arrogant, not really giving me credit, kind of saying this, saying that, and he was dealing with injuries. And then when that happened, it was like, oh, I get it, But the human side of me was like, that maybe it could have waited. But, the primal side was like, nah, fuck that, bro. You broke protocol. First of all, we were in UFC a couple days before that, pounding, to him and his girlfriend, whatever, and everything was cool. But I could tell at the weigh-ins, and he just kept coming up, and he was just like in his eyes, and he gets right in my face and touches nose to nose, and to me, it was just like disrespect, bro. I'm showing up for a different reason. I was really showing up to really concuss him on Saturday night. I mean, call it brutal what it is, but you watch my highlight tape, you know what I'm here to do. And to me, it was just disrespectful. And, like we could have had it. We could have had a good fight, and I was cool. I was telling you earlier that we were cool. We were hanging out before, and even he was late to the weigh-ins. He came in like he was going to hit a set, So I just think that he was just in a different headspace than I was, and it's probably a good thing that we didn't fight because I had bad intentions.
They have like the Jeremy Stevens policy now, right? Like before every card, they're telling people, by the way, if you touch anybody, you can be taken off this card.
Yeah, that doesn't work, man. I've seen so many people touch people. This is the fight game, bro. This isn't a sport. You want to keep it sport. Watch something else. Connor kicked Dana, and did he get any trouble or any fines taken out? Hell no. Boy's making him millions and millions of dollars. So it's the fight game. People love that shit, to be honest.
Yeah, they actually do. All right, let's talk about this opponent. As you said, kind of a more game opponent. I mean, an impressive record, but obviously a lot of it built outside of the UFC. So were you familiar with this guy at all when they presented him to you?
No, I had to look him up.
What do you think and what you've seen?
MMA wrestler, striker, grappler at heart, is another guy I feel like is going to want to be taking me down, game plan, trains with a great camp and American top team, so they game plan really well. But he's going to find out in there it's hard to game plan against a dude who's throwing bricks and shotguns at your chest and body and able to defend takedowns as well. Frankie Edgar took me down a couple times, but it didn't hold me down very long. I was able to get up, and Frankie held down Charles Oliveira and whooped his ass, so... Dennis Bermudez, guy who come in with wrestling, he took me down right in the beginning of the first round. I'd received a cut, little things, but then after that, all his takedown attempts were failed. Then he ended up getting smashed with a knee to his dome, and that's how we treat them guys right there. So I'm looking to go out there and have a great performance game. Gamrot, I feel like he's a worthy opponent. He's game, but he's in for a long night.
Yeah. What do you do if he gets in your face at the weigh-ins, at the ceremony, at the face-off? What do you do?
You know what? I don't think we're just going to allow that. I think we're just going to keep a distance. I might just stick my hand out to shake his hand. I want to be completely calm, chilled, collected. And Saturday night, because I didn't walk away with my show money like some people did. So I'm gonna be playing it cool, man.
Nice. Last thing for me.
Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe when we get there, we'll see. We'll see.
Shove him anyway.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, right? I mean, unless you give a fuck, like the Diaz, like the fans love you. So who knows, man? Catch me in the mood. We'll see.
Maybe that'll be your thing. Like just when people walk up, you just automatically shove them.
Shoving Stevens, baby. When I shove people, they don't fucking move. You hear that, dude? I mean, honestly, after the fight, after that kind of down, like I saw that and like I really wanted to retweet it, but I didn't. But it was just fucking hilarious, dude. So.
Last thing for me, just talk about, I guess, the importance of this fight. Because, you talk about, man, like the great headspace you were in and kind of this, reinvention of yourself, then you didn't get to. So, I mean, is this a big night for you to go out there and show that the work you put in is paying off?
Every night is a big night, man. Your ass is on the chopping block every time you get in the UFC, even if you're on a win streak. You don't give a fuck, man. You got to go out there and do your thing. But I don't ever put that pressure on. I can just fight. I can scrap. I just have it naturally. I know that, but I know that I want to win. I don't want to fucking lose. I don't want to be one of them guys just come in like, oh, I had a great performance. No, I want to put people away. I want to win. Like I've been telling people, the money is for my family, for my future, for them to play softball, for them to do their thing. I just want the fucking win, just to stand over your body after I concussed you and you're laying there and just almost like, oh, that's the win, bro. That's what I chase. It's the adrenaline. It's been a long damn time, bro, and it's been a long over a year since I fought. Since I was 16 years old. And all I have is from my fist, literally. Like since I was 16 years old. You see all these clothes on me besides the venom. I've earned it with my fist and fighting, and that's what I really love to do. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I bring to the table, and that's why people tune in to watch me fight.
Is that last fight? Do you want that one to actually happen, or does the shove count as a win in your mind?
To me, it does. I mean, fuck. He didn't want none. He didn't show up. I mean, a shove really did all that to you, and the way that he went about, I know the little backgrounds where he was like, oh, I'm going to get a lawyer and no, I need paid. So the UFC paid him. They didn't want to deal with it. They're like, oh, we did you a favor by not doing the commission. What the funny thing is, bro, is the commissions are fans. I had talked to one of the commission. I won't blast him out, but he's like, man, I'm excited to watch you fight. I've been watching you fight for a long time. This is cool. So it is what it is, man. If they were going to find me, at least pay me my money so I can at least get paid, because I was actually still training. I went back in on Monday. It's like, dude, just pay me my full fucking fight purse or at least show. Like, I'll honor it and fight in 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, whatever. But that wasn't the case. So a broken heart and a broken wallet will teach you a lot in life. And that was kind of the lesson and journey that I've been going on. And guess what, man? I'm going to flip the script, and come Saturday, you'll see what I've been working on.
In a weird way, right? It's funny because there'll be some people who are like, oh, you can't do that. You can't shove each other at the weigh-ins. But then,
change the channel.
But then if they rebook that fight, it'll be like twice as big now because that happened.
Nah. Nah, I'll never take that fight ever. He had a great opportunity in the co-main event. He would have never had a co-main event if it wasn't for me, let's be honest. And the way that he went about things, I have zero tolerance for that type of behavior. If he wins and works his way up, for sure. But honestly, I don't want that fight. To me, I was just going to knock his ass out and move on.
Cool, thank
you. I read this correctly. This is your second training camp sober, correct?
Yep.
I guess, can you talk a little bit about just the difference now? Obviously, the first one, you felt the effects, but now that it's been a while and you've done the process, can you just talk about mentally and physically the difference that you're feeling day in and day out?
Yeah, maybe in the past that, the fight would have happened like that and I wouldn't have got paid. Maybe I just would have went off drinking my sorrows away. Maybe I would have just done that instead of going back to the gym. The no drinking's really just kind of kept me focused and kind of kept me in the gym, kept me thinking on the positive, kept me working. People say I even look better. My face looks a little bit more clear. And I'm feeling the benefits of quitting one thing has opened up a lot of doors for me. I'm very excited at the place where I'm at. I'm not living in fear. I'm not like, oh my God, I got to win this fight. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, I honestly cannot fucking wait and go out there and perform like that. I was just born to perform. I really realize that. I know that I'm standing in my power and I'm standing in my best right now. These few years that are coming are going to be my best years, and then I'm gone.
You brought it up a little bit earlier, like possibly, you're always on the chopping block. There's very few guys who have had the lengthy UFC career that you have. Is that something you honestly, think could happen? Because I think a lot of people, they're like, look, UFC has said they like Jeremy Stephens win or lose until he probably calls it a day.
Yeah, I don't like losing. Losing fucking sucks, and I don't get paid these big red panty night checks, so I like to win. Like I just told you, I love to win. The money is for my family. I would just come in here and fight for free if I didn't have a family. Honestly, I love fighting that much. But it teaches you a lot in life and where I really want to go, where I see myself, life after fighting, during fighting. I want to be living my best life, dude. So I'm here to win.
Thank you.
What does life after fighting look like for Jeremy Stephens?
chill, bro. No more weight cutting. Just chilling on real estate, collecting money, watching my kids grow up, maybe being a softball coach, softball dad. I really just want to enjoy the journey and let my money work for me and just live life, you know. And I definitely want to be 70 years old, still, you know, picking up the lady, shaking her down like dice at night, and running marathons and just enjoying it and just kicking back. You know, I got a brand name, Screaming Heathen. I'm looking to make my own beer, have my own marijuana brand, and just live life, brother.
You would be the most intense softball coach ever. Do you ever do anything like, you know, it's funny.
You haven't met my wife.
I love your passion. I mean, do you ever try to do anything like super chill, like fishing, or are you the most intense fisherman in all of history?
No, I love to fish. I'm from the Midwest, man. I love to hunt. I love to fish. I do super still stuff, you know. I like to smoke weed and meditate and do hot yoga. I do them things. I'm a lot different person outside the octagon. I wish maybe you guys would follow me around. You'd be like, really? This guy does that? You know, or you probably don't even know I drink coffee. You know, people just think I brush my teeth with bad intentions, like Dana said all the time. I walk around, but I'm not an angry person, bro. I really like to stand in my power. I really like to help people. I love to give back. I'm the type of guy who take off my shirt. I've donated to homeless. I've put myself in charities. I've given back. I take my kids to programs in the shelters. We go down there for Christmas. We donate stuff like that because, you know, I can't sit back in my big ass house and pool and be like, hey, you don't, you know, this is the way. And I'm like, you know, because they don't know how their dad grew up. They don't see that. They just see this soft, loving guy who's their hero. So I take them to experiences like that. These are still people, and this is how you treat people. And just because, like, hey, I was in a shelter one time with my mom, and look where I made it. So you don't treat people any different. So that's the type of guy that I am outside the octagon, and I love that. You know, something like Dustin Poirier, you know, someone who is in that type of stage, making that type of money, really helping out a lot of people. That's what I love to do, man. I love to donate my time and help out the people who really, truly need it.
That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, enjoy.